be Dr. Waymond Hayes. I'm going to read his bio. Waymond is a high-energy, self-motivated individual with great leadership skills. Waymond is a frequent workshop presenter and speaker who brings complementary but distinctly different experiences to child development. Currently, Waymond is the Director of Early Learning and Youth Development at Focus Hope. He has trained teachers and parents for over 15 years on a myriad of early childhood and parenting topics, with over 18 years experience working in all areas of education and his quest for knowledge and determination to become a leader in his field. Mr. Hayes has also earned his associate degree in early childhood development from Oakland Community College, bachelor's in early childhood education, family studies from Rochester College, and master's degree in early childhood education from Oakland University, and completing his dissertation to earn a doctorate degree from Grand Canyon University in educational leadership. Congratulations, Wayne. Mr. Hayes also used his knowledge with young children to teach others by becoming an instructor of early childhood education at Baker College. Most recently, he accepted an opportunity as a lecturer at University of Michigan, where he taught a class titled Understanding and Working with Families with Young Children. And he was elected to serve on the board of directors for Michigan Head Start Association. Waymond Hayes was one of the first students to attend a Head Start program on the southeast side of Detroit, as well as the first male center administrator to open a Head Start all-male academy at the same agency and location. He gives his credits to his deep family involvement in early childhood education as his source of motivation. And I also want to add that Waymond, he's also a longtime friend of mine. His mother, his family, his children, as well as a Coles Catholic parent as well. I was able to honor to have his children in our daycare center, so thank you so much, and I thank you so much for coming. So let's give him some applause.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Who am I? I'm a child of God, a Sigma man, so that's my fraternity, an ambassador of Focus Hope. So I wear this pin proudly. Believe in the mission of Focus Hope, and I said, what do I do? In early childhood, I work with pregnant mothers. I have a team of colleagues. Under my leadership, I have about 80 employees. We have 3 different locations. We service pregnant mothers in our breastfeeding program and our doula programs. We have doulas that go out to the homes of mothers while they're going through their pregnancy. We have an early Head Start program where we have children come in from ages of 6 weeks to the age of 3 to provide early child education to the families, as well as parenting skills to the mothers and the fathers. We have a Men in Motion group where we give men resources to help them with child support, re-entry back in programs, job placements through our workforce development program. We have Head Start, GSRP, as well as we have after-school enrichments at the local schools in the surrounding area, which is called Hope Village in the Focus Hope community. We also serve kids throughout. How do I do this? By really advocating on behalf of families. I really believe in the importance of parenting, giving family resources that we, old traditions that we used to live by, but with new information and new resources. That's why I sit on board of panels, to speak, as well as on different boards, to really advocate on behalf of the families. Take all the information, I bring it back, take the family's information, and I make decisions based on not myself, but the community and people I service. Why is important? Because as a child, I was one of the first Head Start kids in the city of Detroit. My mother could not read at the time, and individuals that she surrounded herself with within the center as she enrolled me into the program, they helped her get the skills that she needed, and my mother went on to get her degrees throughout the year. My father, he retired from Chrysler with a 4th grade education. So he really didn't believe in education because he had a household unequally yoked with one person believed in one thing and the other person didn't. My father believed in men, just go to job, work, get a job, and move on. When I got into early childhood field, majority of men in my family, they went to the Army, they worked jobs, they really didn't deal in the early childhood field. So I'm one of the first in our family who really believed in it and pushed for it, and they see the success of it. And I stuck with it. Why reading is important to me? If you remember the Muppet Babies, anybody remember that cartoon?
Yes.
They're still on? You know how they sat in a room and they read a book and they never left their room. They went several different places throughout the world, throughout state to state by reading. If you don't see it, you can never be it. And really books and reading and literacy will take you different places where you assume you can go, but you really can be there. Thank you. Let me sing a song?
Keep talking for a minute.
Okay.
I can tell you what to sing.
About earlier started about reading.
So a lot of times when we have a lot of fathers and mothers that come up who do have certain literacy issues in our program. So we tell them to really read the story and really take a book and picture read. What's important to kids is really environmental things, like McDonald's. Some kids will see the McDonald's sign, and some individuals see the McDonald's sign, and then take the McDonald's sign, and then put that with McDonald's, and then start working on the letters, then the words. The prints that we use, everybody, kids, ourselves, as individuals, remember going to the book and mother give you a picture of items that she wanted you to have. And the environmental print is real important to our kids and to other kids. Reading, most people complain about video games, and you have a child computer, and the skill sets of the computer playing the game teaches them typing skills and other different skills on that. There's a lot of video games where kids do play. They spend their time on computers anyway. But it also teaches them how to sit. A lot of times we want kids to go outside and burn down energy, which is good. But now in schools, it's like they sit all day. You have to sit and really pretty much self-manage your behavior. And really sitting down playing a video game, which I don't too much advocate too much of playing, but it also teaches a child. Any questions? Yes, sir.
I noticed that you made an effort to express that you were a Sigma man at the beginning of your delivery. Is there a reason why you wanted to let everyone know that? And if so, why?
The reason I want everybody to know that because when I went through the process and I accepted being a role of Sigma, I wear that badge of honor. And pretty much anything that I accept to be a part of, I represent it 100%. So I don't get involved in anything that I really don't represent. So that's why I say I'm a Sigma man, because it's a part of the fraternity and I represent it. And I carry myself in a way that I'm representing them as well as myself in a brand. And the same thing as being an ambassador for Focus Hope and a child of God. I believe God, I'm a tool of His for the people, not for myself. So as I begin to work with the people and work for the people, that's how I receive my blessings and my gifts.
That was an awesome answer, man. Thank you for that.
Yes.
What are some of the barriers you experienced in helping the men with the program finding jobs or helping with child support?
Some of the barriers, men in themselves, and their mindset of really assuming that they can't accomplish what they want to accomplish. So a lot of times people have an issue that in their mind they already got it made up that it's never going to be resolved, or it will never happen to me. But it takes the encouragement of them so that making them complete the process, number one. No matter what happened yesterday, how can we correct it? We're not saying that behavior was acceptable, whether you went to jail, got a felony, or whatever happened in your life, but how do we accept the responsibility and make it right to move forward? And how do we help correct it? Where you can get into some stuff, you can get a sponge, some stuff you have to live with on your record. But now, if you have to live with it on your record, what job or opportunities are there for you? Whether you want to start your own business, what sacrifice you have to make. I tell everybody all the time, with the fathers as well as the mothers and even staff. Anything that you're trying to pursue, you got to make a sacrifice. So you're going to sacrifice sleep, you're going to sacrifice finance, you're going to sacrifice your time. Sometimes we sacrifice our kids because it's only 24 hours in a day. Most jobs require you to work 10 hours and to show up 10 hours, but they only going to pay you for 8. Or they're going to pay you for 6, but still require more time of you. So you have to make a sacrifice. Going to work, a lot of mothers that I see on a daily basis have to go to work, they have to go to school, some kind of training program, come home, wash clothes, make lunch, kid acting up in school because they don't understand the sacrifice that the parent make, whether it's the mother or the father. So you got to leave work, go back and forth up to the school to work with the teachers to really get the child in together. But at the same time, that parent is making that sacrifice for the child. And sometimes we don't, as a kid, we didn't see it with our parents, but it comes back. We see it